It's massively important to keep cricket's history here at the home of cricket at Lord's Cricket Ground. Most museums have their own archive, and companies have their archives to document how things have changed over the years, what decisions have been made in committees, etc. So the archive is a really important aspect of the collection. We have like a library, museum and archive. There's maybe 30,000 items in the archive, and that includes minute books, scorecards, scrapbooks, all collected by some collected by prolific players and organised sort of like by MCC as well. And it's fantastic because we've been unearthing so many treasures, so many unpublished scorecards and papers and manuscripts and things. So I think it's a real treasure trove for anyone wanting to come to the archive these days and do some research.
Yeah, just making sure things where it says it is.
I never dreamed I'd get to work in a sporting environment, so when I first started it was like, ooh, that's really interesting. It was like, I remember that happened all those years ago, and it is amazing to be able to piece some of cricket's history together.
What's it like discovering those moments of cricket history when you come in here, you wind back the big archive doors and you walk down and you just come across one of these books and suddenly you start reading something and you think, hey presto, look at this.
It is fantastic, and it's kind of why I wanted to become an archivist in the first place, to uncover some really interesting artifacts and documents that piece together history of MCC and of cricket, and those moments are great, and the challenge of then being able to talk about them and get them out and get people interested in them is something that I really enjoy, and that's what I'd like to do in the future with the interesting material that we've got. One of our most significant records, I believe, is that we've got the minutes of the first minute book of the MCC committee, which dates from 1826. The club was founded in 1787, but there was a fire in the pavilion that destroyed the early records. So that was the first thing I catalogued when I came here, and that was probably one of the most significant records we've got. But we also have lots of scorebooks from MCC tours for the 20th century. But we've also got a scorebook from the Australian 11s tour of England in 1882, including the match at the Oval, which led to the birth of which led to the Sunday Times obituary and the Sporting Times obituary, and the legend of the Ashes was born. The scorebook tells us that Australia did win by 7 wickets, and Spofford took in the second innings. He took 7 wickets during that time, and there was three ducks. And this is probably one of our most valuable scorebook out of all the scorebooks we've got, and those are all available to view online if researchers want to see them on the online catalogue from MCC.
Alan and Rob are big cricket fans, so I think it's in some ways a dream job for them to be looking through this archive properly for the first time. They are coming across so many treasures down there, and it's really fantastic because not only are they cataloguing the material, but they're also learning about cricket's history.